Oh, okay. It's coming up now. Eta,
Yeah.
this is going to be a very interesting live stream, but you can turn on your, yeah, I can see it. It's okay now. Oh, okay. It's coming up now. Yeah. All right. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Sorry about that. There seems to be a glitch again in the IT. And we have here with me our guest for today, Eta. And Eta is from Florida. And yeah, so Eta, let me see. Right. I think, yeah, so today is a very exciting day to start off this wonderful session. So we apologize for the technical hiccup. And now we would like to once again welcome our guest for today, Eta Ho from Florida. And Eta is a very talented young man. And he is also doing voiceover, voice off, and many things. And he's also been interviewed and gone through the second stage of a Hollywood production. So hi, Eta, and perhaps you can tell us more about that. You must be very excited.
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Eta Ho. Right now, I live in Florida.
Yeah.
In
So
Naples.
Tell us more about your holiday. Your Hollywood. Thing. What are your chances? What exactly is the role that you do in the Hollywood production?
Oh yes. Last week, I just went to the casting actor, and I just got in. I do the round 1 and round 2. I really passed, and now I'm ready for the round 3 in June next year.
Wow. So we wish you all the very best, and it'll be good to see you in one of those Hollywood production in the near future, hopefully. So
yes,
how did you coming back to NLG, how did you get involved in NLG? Who introduced NLG to you?
It's about my mom. She is the one to introduce me about NLG.
Right, and obviously someone from Vietnam introduced to her, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So initially, when you started off, I believe you have completed what, class 2, or have?
Yes.
Yeah. So initially, when your mom sort of got you involved, how did you feel? Was there any doubt on your mind, or was there, how did you feel initially?
Like when I got the NLG.
Yeah, no, when you joined the class 1, did you?
Oh yeah.
Did you go in with an open mind, or did you have any doubt, or or just maybe experiment and try and see how it works, that kind of thing?
Actually, because before I joining the class 1, I already checking and want to know what is NLG for exactly. Okay. And I already have to watch many video clips on YouTube of NLG from Jufu. Yes. Okay. And I have feel kind of confident to understand, and I really want to study about NLG for being good for my health, for everything, and for my future. Also for about the love to sharing to all people I know.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So you already did your own sort of background review, yes. And also watched the live stream of Mr. Lee, and you also received some benefit, I'm sure. And then tell us more. How did NLG help you in terms of your health and other things in life?
Yes. If we tell about the NLG, how they help me, I think I would tell about for my mom is maybe better for you guys, sure. Can understand more.
Yeah,
that's the key for bring me to the NLG. My mom, she was very sick, and she has something with a lip, and it's not really good for her. Like a doctor almost say no with her, and she always have a feeling not good. She cannot eat. She cannot drink too.
Mhm.
On her body is like cold, and then after cold she get hot and she's sweaty a lot, and
Mhm.
then she cold again. It just keep working on her body like that, and she's
Wow.
very tired. Like, even if she cannot call me to a video call to talk to me, she really don't have a health to do that.
Mm.
I just always
Yeah,
pray
her,
her.
her immune system has collapsed basically. Her immune
Yes,
system has, basically,
yes.
so yeah, so she started to practice NLG, and what happens after that for her?
She practiced the energy, and everything, her health back up right away too. She get better. She feel like she feel good when she get the energy, and then
Wow.
she start to study class 1.
Mm-hmm.
She keep working and class 2 and class 3, and her
Mm-hmm.
health now like so good. Before she very skinny, like you can see her bone on the face too. It's not meat, very
Yeah.
skinny.
Wow, because she
And
cannot eat. She has problem eating. That's why, right? Yeah.
exactly,
Mm.
very sick. Then and now when she study and she practice that, her face now so beautiful. You cannot. It's
Wow.
amazing,
I, I,
beautiful.
I can
Have a
feel
miss
you.
now.
I can feel you, brother. As a son, you must be so happy to see that.
Yeah, I'm very very happy because
Yeah.
before we don't know the energy. I just pray for her can be good, but I cannot help her because I'm from America. She's from Vietnam,
Yes.
and if something problem, I really cannot fly to see her too
Yeah.
because of COVID. So
Yeah.
when I saw her, like it's
It's
something like
a big,
incredible for me.
it's a big
It's
transformation.
a gift.
Yeah,
Yes,
and I'm so happy to hear that for your mom. And hopefully one of
yes,
these days, you can interview her because yeah. By the way, to all our viewers, because of the benefits of NLG, and I guess it has really touched Eta's life and family's lives, and also as a way of gratitude, Eta is coming forward and he will become one of our hosts for the English live stream. So yeah, thanks to Eta for coming forward. And I always joke in my class, and you probably heard this before, do not be a secret agent, right? If there's healing to you, your family, come forward and share it and talk about it so that more
yes.
people will know and more people will join and more people will benefit from NLG. So I'm really glad to hear about your mom. And what else? I mean, what about yourself? I mean, do you have any health issues yourself, or?
Yes, about myself is before that I have a little bump on my eyes. It's
Mhm.
kind of really, first of all, it's just small and it becomes really big. Like I cannot open my eyes too. And before I study about energy, I have to went to the hospital to surgery. And when after I surgery, my mom told me about the energy, and I start to signature to get in the class, and I took the energy from Jufuk, and also I practice energy from class 1 and then class 2. My eyes healing quickly and faster. Like right now, is cannot see the surgery much in here. It's a big
Wow.
surgery on my eyes, and
Wow.
now is my eye like really good, like almost like recover everything, like nothing happened.
Yeah, so
Uh,
that you can look good in Hollywood. That's really amazing. And
yes, and
yeah.
in additional to my face before is really have a lot of pimple.
Mhm.
Like it's not really good skin.
Mm.
But when I practice and I get is I surprise myself too. Like wow, I
Mm.
look at my in the mirror, say, how come my face is so good? You know, like like it's smooth and it's brighter and it's
Well,
very different.
I have good news for you, because when you reach class 3 and you practice the beautify formula, you will look even better.
Yeah.
So because we already have a lot of women who come forward with fantastic testimonials, and even though I don't understand Vietnamese, but I can see, and even in the fan page of the Vietnamese, you can see a lot of beautiful women now coming up and
Yes, yes, I
talking
see
about
it.
the beautify formula. I'm sure you read it and you saw it. So but when you reach class 3, and I think you're gonna appreciate even more. So it's really nice to hear all that, for a change. I
Yes,
think beautify and beauty is everybody wants to look good, right? Whether we are
everyone
male
want to
or
look good.
female, everyone, nobody wants to look bad. And
Yes.
it's certainly very nice to hear that you have received such wonderful transformation, even at class 2. But you know, Eta, I guess the formula of NLG is powerful because we focus on love. And a lot of us, we have gone through a lot of pain in life, and this pain is embedded in our hearts, and it stays there, and it's actually harming us. So if we realize, and if we have a formula, a way to release or relieve the pain from our heart, a lot of things get healed. Don't you agree? You know, so as you know already from
Yes.
class 1, class 2, the teaching, we always talk about the 5 forms of love. I mean, you probably hear it too many times in NLG, right?
Yes.
To always talk about the 5 forms of love, that everyone talks about the 5 forms of love. But you know
Yes.
what? I think the whole world right now is in chaos, and very few people are practicing the real 5 forms of love. And that's why we have so many problems on the planet. We have, you know, war, we have poverty, we have famine, and yeah, I love your dog, right? He wants to be in the show as
Thank
well.
you. Yes.
Right. So yeah, and yeah, aside from that, what else? I mean, you know, are you now looking forward to introducing NLG to more your friends and loved ones?
Yes, I already do that. I already do that for my friends and all my customers too.
Okay.
Actually, they are really excited when when they hear about
Your
energy
changes.
story.
Yeah.
Yes,
But what
like
happened?
because before I sharing my mom because they very care about myself, and they all want to asking like how my mom's good is that, and
Mhm.
you know they know the story of my mom,
Yeah.
and when after I told them about my mom how to recover with the energy, how good is that, and the heart is in here for practice the energy, like you have to be love, you have
Yeah.
moral, you can be mad, you can be angry, you
Yeah.
cannot have a negative ink on your mind, you know.
Yeah.
You have to solve every problem in the peaceful, control yourself in balance, like one and one. You can be too
Yeah.
happy or you become so sad. So
Yeah.
that's a must. If you can do balance
Yeah.
and you practice every day about 11 minutes, and
Yeah.
you will be good.
Yeah.
So they are very excited to get in. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you hit it spot on, because the 3 things that is the key to our connection and healing is the 5 forms of love, and the +1 - 1 state of calmness, you know, and also the third one is the practice of morality, which is quite often the most difficult for a lot of people, because even though we as human beings, we always like to think that we are right. We always like to think that everything we do is correct. Am I right? That's why people do what they do, right? But if you put yourself on
Yes.
a microscope and look again, you will find flaws and problems within your character, right? So you start changing your character to become a better person and embracing morality, and you know, using kindness towards other humans, other people. Your life starts to change and transform, and it is a feel good kind of moment, because when you do good unto others, you feel good, you feel great. I think spiritually, within your heart, within your
Yes.
soul, everything about you, you feel fantastic. Am I right? So
Yes.
when you're in that state, a lot of healing happens within, a lot of healing that is sometimes very difficult to explain. It is a journey. It is where everybody who practices that will experience that, you know, as they go
Yeah.
along. And you know what you can expect, Eta, is that when you go to class 3, you will be feeling so enlightened. You will be so peaceful with yourself. And I think
Yes.
even though you're young today, but still you have your own problems, even at your age. Am I right? So every one
Yeah.
of us, whether young or old or mid-age, we all have our own problems. And it's nice to have the formula to be able to fix that, right?
Yeah.
Well, externally, things happen beyond our control. But if we have the high frequency, we have the knowledge how to deal with every external problem, then we don't have to have anxiety. We don't worry. We don't have fear. We don't have, you know, we can go on with our lives pretty normal and pretty smooth and pretty calm. And
Yeah.
that is what we want. Am I right, Ethan?
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. So, well, where do you go from here? So you want to, I guess, work on your career, and also at the same time spread out the love and of NLG, and coming to become a volunteer. We're coming to a year end, so I guess we will be seeing you more in 2022, right? And
Yes.
we would, welcome your contribution to our NLG community, NLG family, where a lot of us, all we ever do is just to practice love, right?
Yeah.
That's
We
why
practice love,
and-
sharing
and
the love.
I have a lot of people who have commented to me, because I'm also the instructor, and they say, James, I belong to so many group chats, but this group chat is the one which display the most amount of love, right? And without expecting anything in return. In my
Yes.
other group chats, people always expect something, sell something, or want something in return, right?
Yes.
But in NLG, all we do is just support, love, and give people all the assistance they need. So yeah, I feel great, and I'm sure you do. That's why you're coming forward to join us as our team. And
Yes.
certainly we love to see more of you, Eta. And is there anything else because before Chufu comes and do his transmission, would you like to have a parting words? I mean, for people who are new, who are watching us today, what would be your advice to them?
My advice to new people or everyone want to join to the NLG, like welcome to come to NLG to get for your health better. So it will increase your love, increase your moral, and you will be a good person. I want to everyone, when we are practice NLG, we have a good health, and also we have a good life with a good word in the future, because everyone will be love and carry everyone's, no negative, always positive. So we will have a heaven in the real life.
Wow, that is very, very powerful, to have heaven on earth, and I think that is what is written in Mr. Lee's book, which talks about the common denominator. The common denominator are all the kind-hearted people who practice love, and by doing that, we can have heaven on earth. And so you took those exact words, and I think it's very, very powerful. So thank you so much, Eta, for being with us today, and sorry about the technical hiccup and
No worries.
that you had to endure, but you're going to be part of the team and being the host. Sometimes things like that do happen, right? So,
yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem.
yeah. So
Thank
okay.
you.
I hope to catch up with you and see you again. And yeah, you will be coming in on Monday morning, right? So
Yes.
I'll see you then. And thank you so much for being with us. And all the very best to your family and loved ones. And hope that all of them will benefit. And they can also join my class 1 and class 2. My class 2, as you know already, is on Saturday, December 18. And my class 1 will be on December 19 and December 20th. So check us
this
out.
Sunday. This Sunday.
Check us out on our Facebook page, and also all the details are there. And, so good to have you, and thank you, and bye-bye. Right?
Bye-bye.
So
thank you.
I'll just go on with Mr. Lee's live stream
Sure.
transmission. Thanks a lot, Eta. Okay, so we are just a few minutes off from the sharing. So it's nice to have stories like that, and at NLG we hear it all the time, and that's why it encourages me as a volunteer to continue in my quest to help people. And when you see positive feedback, especially health testimonials from all around the world, it encourages you, it encourages the team, and it motivates and inspires us to work even harder for a better 2022 to help mankind. And also now a lot of people are probably living in fear because of the new variant of COVID, which seems to be very super contagious. And at NLG, we also have the formula for COVID variants, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
we can actually convert the COVID variant into love energy so that you probably don't even feel the sickness. And many
Yeah.
people already practices that, and which is really amazing. And when you start witnessing and seeing this transformation among people who either have COVID, who are sick and they get healed very fast, or people who never even had COVID, despite the fact that they are probably quarantined in the same environment where a lot of people have COVID, but they don't. How do you explain that? I don't know, right? So the thing is this, you just have to have an open heart and open mind, enroll in the class, come in and learn and practice the formula, see the healing for yourself, experience it, and then take it from there, right? And I think that's what Eta did as well. And like most people, once they start experiencing the changes and transformation within themselves in terms of their health, then they get the confidence to move on, and then yeah, better things will happen to them. Like I'm sure our brother here will, yeah, because his frequency is higher now, so it's attracting a lot of good energy, right? And hopefully you get the Hollywood part. All right, so I'm gonna share now with the Mr. Lee's transformation. So just relax, enjoy the transformation of energy. Just focus on Mr. Lee's forehead, and you will be able to absorb the energy into your brain. And if you have any sickness in any parts of your body, focus and direct the energy to that particular area. So you will receive a wonderful healing effect. And this transmission is not transmission is not just from Mr. Lee. It's about 400 plus class 4 practitioners simultaneously together with Mr. Lee at this same time. They're doing the transmission together. All right. So it's very powerful, and I'm sure you know, if you are not feeling well and you're sick, and it's very good for you. Twice a day we have this transmission, and you can just readily avail yourself just looking at Mr. Lee. There he is, such a loving man, right? Full of love. So I'll leave you guys to enjoy it, and I'll come back after the transmission. Okay, enjoy. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, it's really nice every time that we receive this transmission from Mr. Lee and the team together collectively. And as you can see, he's doing it in his bedroom. I mean, I respect and salute this guy because for months and months and months, Mr. Lee, even though he's traveling or he's here and there, without fail, he'll be there twice a day. And that is commitment. And that commitment can only be fulfilled because he has the love for mankind. Are you with me? So it's very important when we see our leader, and it is leadership by example, because that's the only way that you can gain the respect, from the people together with you as a team. And he is certainly a very good, leader by example. And yeah, so that's why we all love Mr. Lee, and he has
Yes.
shown us through his practice of 5 forms of love. He has shown all of us how to, I mean, a lot of people out there, they talk and they say one thing, but they do another. But this is, how to walk the talk, or I don't know how you call it, but basically is to do what you preach, right? And I just want to highlight before we end this live stream, something that disturbs me a bit, but I'm still within my +1 -1, right? But it disturbs me a bit, and I just have to say this because I'm a lawyer by training, all right? And I graduated from Monash in Australia. And as a lawyer, when I looked at this, I had to say something, okay? Even though I know Mr. Lee probably won't say anything, but I had to say something. So this is Amazon. And if you go to Amazon, there are reviews and comments, all right? So here we have somebody by the name of Min, and he says that we are a scam. This book is a scam, right? And why did he say that? Because lack of scientific evidences. That's what he said. Okay, so as a lawyer, in my personal capacity, all right, let me just say this. When you say lack of scientific evidence, what are you referring to? Possibly 2 things. One is, are you saying that talking about angel and stuff like that, there is a lack of scientific evidence? That's one way, right? Or secondly, are you talking about stem cell stimulation? There's a lack of scientific evidence? Yes, possibly. So I would say that when I'm now directing to Mr. Min, all right? When you are referring to lack of scientific evidences, you're probably referring to these 2 things. Am I right? So let's talk about the angel. Now, in the book, did Mr. Lee state anywhere in the book that there is scientific evidence to show that there are angels in the world? Right? He never said that. Okay. Number 2, sorry, I'm a lawyer. I just have to say this, all right? Number 2, did Mr. Lee say that the stem cell stimulation, that there is scientific evidence? He never said that. In fact, I have the book, right? And at the back of the book, it clearly tells you there is no scientific evidence, all right? Let me just read to you, Mr. Min, right? Let me just read. NLG stem cell stimulation and disease healing is beyond the understanding of current science. Beyond the understanding of current science. That means there's no scientific evidence. Am I right? Because it says NLG stem cell stimulation and disease healing is beyond. Look at the definition of the word beyond. A good lawyer always break it down, right? That's how we win cases, right? Beyond the understanding of current science, right? So then he gave an illustration about the Higgs boson field. In 1964, Professor Peter Higgs, right? In his letter, he stated about the boson field, and nobody believed in him at that time, 1964. It took 5 decades and more than $10 billion and more than 7,000 scientists in CERN in Switzerland to find out. It's all here. So what I'm saying, Mr. Min, is that Mr. Lee never claimed that there is scientific evidence. So if he never claimed that there is scientific evidence, then how can it be a scam? Are you with me in my line of argument? Now, another thing that I would like to highlight is this. All right? Because I'm a lawyer, I have to say all this. What is the definition of a scam? Well, let's look at Cambridge Dictionary, right? I think Cambridge Dictionary for English is respectable worldwide, right? Now, in the Cambridge Dictionary, it says, it is an illegal plan for making money, especially one that involves tricking people, tricking people. Did Mr. Lee trick anybody in the book? No.
No.
He never said
one.
the angel there is scientific basis. He never said the stem cell stimulation there is scientific basis. He never tricked anybody. What he said in the book is based on his own experience and journey in life. Am I right? Okay. Did he collect any money from anybody? Because the definition of Cambridge Dictionary says an illegal plan for making money. An illegal plan for making money. Did Mr. Lee collect any money from anybody for all his teachings? The book is a different thing because the book is a product. So there's no scam there. You buy the book, you get the product. Whether you like the content or you don't like the content, you already bought the book. Am I right? There's no scam there. Are you with me, guys? Okay. So Mr. Min, you know what? You are up for potential defamation legal action. You know? But you know, I know Mr. Lee, he practices the 5 forms of love. So he will forgive you. But I want you to understand that when you want to make a statement, when you want to say something, please substantiate. Otherwise, I think it will look silly on you. It will look silly on you to the world that is probably a personal vendetta. I don't know which organization you belong to, but you're trying to hit this guy who is such a loving guy, who, you know, wholeheartedly giving all out to humankind. And you are making something out of nothing and exposing yourself to potential lawsuit. Because it is defamatory to say words like that when there is no substance, there is no legal basis, and it is not right. So we are not mad with you. Maybe you should enroll in our class 1 and learn about the 5 forms of love. All right. So that way, maybe you will not be such an angry person, right? Trying to hit at our community, because when you hit at Mr. Lee, you're hitting at our entire community. Am I right, guys? You know, I'm sure all of you viewers would agree with me, right? And it's not fair. It's not fair because Mr. Lee won't say anything because he's a loving guy. But I have to say something, okay? And I hope you get this message loud and clear. All right. And if you try to continue to persist, then probably we have no choice. And I have to advise Mr. Lee, because you're in America and he's an American, I will advise him to get the best lawyer to sue you. Okay. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. And I hope you guys enjoyed that, because I had no choice, but I have to say this. So just to recap, there will be a class 2 on Saturday, and there will be a class 1 on Sunday and Monday, same time. And for details, please go to our Facebook fan page. And I hope to see you then, and have a wonderful day. Come on. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.